everybody, welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. So yesterday, today's what, Tuesday, Wednesday? Today's Wednesday the 9th. Tuesday the 8th of September, it was announced by Jim Mannion that the NPC and the IFBB are going to have a new division called Classical Physique. Now, about a month and a half ago, I was doing not seminar, it was let's fix this fucking camera, we got a weird sun coming in here. A posing seminar with Gary Udit, and he started explaining to us that this was going to be taking place. So about a month now I've known about it, and I was actually encouraged by Richard Siegelman, you should try this class. And I was like, okay, so what is it? It's going to be more of a Frank Zane type physique, maybe a little bigger than Frank Zane, slightly bigger. They're going to have poses. They're going to have a front double bicep, side chest, rear double bicep, ab and thigh, and your favorite classic pose. So there's no more most muscular pose. I guess you could do a crab pose because that was the most muscular pose, but I mean, classic pose, but you could do like that old Arnold pose where he used to hold his arms up like this. Whatever the case may be, Frank Zane poses where they used to hold their arms like up in the air and stuff, shit like that. So, immediately people are talking about like this physique guy jumping into that physique guy jumping into that. And since it's trunks that'll, kind of cover your glutes, so they're not looking for super shredded. So it's not like they're going for, the super ultra condition that, like bodybuilders, they're still looking for at that next level. So, of course, Jerry, are you going to jump into this division? I got emails, I got fucking messages, like right away, and I'm like, the fuck, the thing just came out. Like, you guys just found out about this, like, literally, 20 minutes ago. What the fuck, you want to know already? So, no, I will not be going to Classic Physique, and there's a reason why, okay? Had this come around about 5 years ago, I would have loved to have done this, okay? Because I miss posing, and I miss putting a routine together. I like posing to music. I like picking my own music and stuff. It's always something that I was not great at. Like, I wasn't a Francis Benfato or a Bob Parrish, but those are the guys I tried to emulate. I didn't go out there and hit 5 most musculars and fucking 3 crab poses and fucking walk from side to side of the stage and do one of these fucking Hulk Hogan fucking things. I didn't do that shit. I try to do transitions and transition from one pose to another and make them more artistic and show my physique better, because I was never a mass monster. So that would really be up my fucking alley. But the problem is, at this point, hitting some of those poses is almost impossible for me with the injury that I got in my shoulder and my bicep. I can't rotate properly to hit certain poses. Like the shoulder just doesn't do it anymore. Now, could I have surgery to correct it? Maybe, but it doesn't bother me to the point where, like, everyday life, it fucks me up. I just can't pose and do certain exercises. So therefore, going under the knife to have it possibly fixed doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, just to be able to do bodybuilding competitions when physique is still there. Now, the thing about the tattoos. I got tattooed so I couldn't compete in bodybuilding anymore. I shouldn't say that. I always wanted sleeve tattoos since I was a kid. But as you're competing in bodybuilding, the muscularity is different than that in physique. In physique, they want shape. They are really looking for a V-taper, a small waist, wide shoulders, abdominals. So unless your abs are all fucking tatted up, you're fine. You're pretty much fine. All these tattoos, flat out, they actually enhance the way I look when I stand there. They take the shape of my body. They're not fucked up like a tattoo, so they don't affect the way I place in competitions. If it's between me and another guy that doesn't have tattoos, if I beat him, I just had a better physique. It wasn't because, I had tattoos or he didn't. It doesn't matter. But with classic physique, as you go to hit these poses and stuff, the way that my tattoos are, look when I flex my tricep. You can't see my tricep. I mean, if you felt it, you'd be able to see that it's here, but you can no longer see those cuts that you would see if the ink wasn't there. So, now I'm looking at it going, well, I'd like to give that classic physique a try, but first of all, I'm tattooed, so it would completely throw off the muscularity that they're going to be actually looking for. It's not just all about mass. They want shape, size, mass, and the muscularity, because you hit these classical poses, you're showing a lot more muscularity in these classical poses. So between the ink being on there and then the shoulder, I'm like, okay, that puts me out. And everybody's like, yeah, but you're too muscular or too big for physique. I'm like, no, I'm too big for local and regional physique. Okay, I'm not too big for national and pro physique. That's where everybody's getting confused. I had to come down to the local level and begin at the local level, just starting over again like I did with bodybuilding. To do that, I had to lose the muscle, I had to get conditioned, I had to drop my waist size. I had to do all those things to be able to compete at that local level. As I started to do better there and there, I was told, you're going to the next level next year? Asked, are you going to go to the next level next year? I just think this is what you should do. This is what I was told by the judges. And I said, yeah, if you think I should, then that's what I think I'll do, but I won't go until I win my class. I need to win my class to make sure that I can hang. So I said, okay, what do I do next? I need to make sure the conditioning and the shape, and I won the class. And then it was, it wasn't the next week, it was 2 weeks later, the DC Capital Grand Prix. Now, I knew a lot of those guys, and I talked to them backstage. We're going on to North Americans to compete for their pro cards. So they technically were national level guys getting their warm-up show in or trying to requalify for North Americans the following week. And I said, all right, this is going to be it right here. I can gain some of that muscle back in 2 weeks, and I did. I gained 12 pounds of muscle in 2 weeks. Stood on stage with these guys and beat all of them except for, I got third in one class. So only 2 guys beat me in one class, and only 3 guys beat me in the other class. And they were big, stacked classes of national level competitors. And I was like, fuck yeah. If I had a full year of fucking training, was rested and done a fucking ton of shows before, control this, control that variable, I can fucking bang with these guys at the next level. I'm not too big. I can walk in there at 192 to 195 pounds and not only be competitive, but be competitive for a pro card. So you see, it's all in context whether you're too big or not and what level you're at. You know, in bodybuilding, you know, there's not so much where you're too big for local bodybuilding. It's not like that. It's like that in bikini. It's like that in physique. I don't know about women's physique, but I mean, it's like that in some of the other divisions. So I feel very at home with where my physique is for men's physique. I'm doing a lot better there than I ever was doing in bodybuilding. I have an injury and I'm all tatted up. It doesn't make any sense for me to jump into this other class and start over again from scratch. Try to adjust my physique again from scratch. When the two things that are working against me is I can't hit the poses right, which if you ever remember seeing Paul Dillette, he could never hit a fucking lat spread to save his life. He had a problem with his shoulder. He had to have surgery in his shoulder, and that was pretty much the end of his career. Can't hit the poses right, have the ink. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I'll be staying with physique. I enjoy physique. I enjoy keeping my body close to physique ready year-round now. I mean, in 2 or 3 weeks, I could be on stage in another physique show. That's how I keep my physique. So at this point, I'm enjoying that. I do like the board short look. I'll be honest with you. I spent a lot of time in my younger years fucking walking around a little goddamn thong on fucking stage all oiled up. You know, like, I mean, the oversharing, but the underwear that I wear are diesel trunks. So it's like I practically wear the same thing they're going to be wearing on stage for that class. But, again, you know, the injury and the tattoos. Without those two things, I'd say I probably would say physique I did really well in. Let me see if I can turn pro in physique. And after I turn pro in physique, jump to classic physique and then give that a try in the IFBB. If I didn't do well there, go back to physique. There's different ways I think I would go about it, but for now I'm going to stick with physique. I'm enjoying it. I feel like it fits me better, and that's just where I'm going to stay. So, biostraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biostraining.com is a blog. It's the try all of them bicep. If you guys want to try the classic physique, try it. If you want to stay in physique, you want to crossover, whatever, give it all a try. Find what works for you, and we're out.